KwaSuka-Sukela eMpumalanga in South Africa at that other school that we've already been to. Yes, we're going back. I told you that more students would come forward. Indeed, they did. In this case, our girl Heidi was starting her grade 8 at the school. As a newcomer, the students who were already there told her on day 1, you're making a mistake by coming to the school, because once you come here, you're never leaving. When she asked what they were talking about, they were like, child, you're gonna find out for yourself. So on one random day, apparently, all the kids that had an ancestral calling suddenly start breathing in a very strange way, heavily and almost in unison. They all intermittently say that the headmaster of the school is a bad man. Not only is he a bad man though, he's a bad man in a bad pet with a bad entity. The very next day, the headmaster shows up and says that he wants to see the grade 8s by themselves. If you remember the previous story, he wanted to see the grade 12s by themselves, didn't he? Now it's the newcomers. He says he wants to see the grade 8s by themselves, and when he has them by themselves, he says to them, apparently there are some of them who are being very forward, and he wants to pray for them as a result of local papa. He tells everyone to form a line, starting with the boys. He puts his hand on the first boy's head, and this boy falls down on the ground and begins to writhe around like a snake and makes hissing noises like a snake. And when this is all happening, the rest of the students become frightened because they do not know what it is that they are watching. Mr. Headmaster continues to pray for the boys. Thankfully, nothing too dramatic happens with the rest of the boys who were in the line. When it came to the girls though, a completely different story. When he starts putting his hands on the girls, some of them are screaming, some of them are jumping, some of them are crying, banging their heads against the wall. So when the headmaster gets to our girl Heidi in the line, she says a very short prayer under her breath and asks God to protect her against whatever it is that is happening. When Mr. Headmaster puts his hands on Heidi's head, she starts to feel dizzy. When he looks into her eyes, however, the dizziness suddenly stops, and he says to her, you are lucky. The rest of the girls, especially the ones who had ancestral callings, did not allow the headmaster to put his hands on them because they knew that a lot would happen if they did allow him to do this. After the prayer, he explicitly tells the students not to tell their parents, or even more would happen. To this day, Heidi has never told her parents because she's terrified about what it is that Mr. Headmaster is going to do. Now, honey, if I was a parent who was about to make the mistake of sending my child to that school, I would first of all make sure that my child has some form of spiritual protection. A Bible and holy water is not going to cut it over there. No, it's not. Your child needs to either have ubuhlalu, beads, they need to have insimbi, a bracelet, or they need to have intamp, ipitane, some form of spiritual rope. The second thing that I would do is I would write a letter expressly forbidding anybody to put anything on my child's head, hands, feet, anything. Those educators, headmasters, whoever they are breaking the law because they are meant to notify parents of these things. I know that because of colonization, we now mostly believe in Christianity, and we have this idea that dark and supernatural things don't exist, but I assure you they do. The reason y'all love and cling onto these foreign religions so much is because you're just afraid of what truly is out there. Acts such as placing of hands on heads is a ritual. Yes, it's been Christianified, it's been made into a sexy, glamorous occasion. When you take Holy Communion, that is a ritual. When you get baptized, that is a ritual. When you give your life, that is a ritual. Hands get placed on your head, that is a ritual. Anointing is a ritual. Catechism is a ritual. And the third thing that I would do is I would make sure that when my child comes home from the boarding school, they go for a cleansing and ideally a consultation if their energy field can take on that type of thing. To the Dlozi kids in the school, why aren't you guys setting traps for Mr. Headmaster, please? Hambani nomcuphela ngenyamazane. That's very easy. He won't be able to see it, he won't be able to smell it, but he will have some sort of reaction to it. And then you guys can record that and show it to your parents. Also, why aren't you guys recording these prayer sessions? I need y'all to do that. I need to see what's going on over there. Finally, I need y'all to tell your parents. I need you to tell your parents. This guy is just one of him. He's intimidating all of you. That is the last number narcissist, last number manipulator and gaslighter. You're all afraid of one man, because if you all bring your parents, what is he going to do? He can't expel all of you. He can't punish all of you. He can't cast a spell on all of you. If anything, he's going to be forced to stop doing the things that he's doing. I would go on to venture and say he is doing some sexually inappropriate things with some of the students, particularly the boys. So you guys have to report him. I'm very much looking forward to hearing more stories from this and other schools. My email address, altzulugoddess@gmail.com. Siyaphela.